Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I, of course, am the Brofict one, AJ. Happy Monday. What is it? December. Geez, already December. December 8th, 2025. Hope you're having a great Monday. McCormick in the chat. What's good, brother? Hope you're having a good one. It's Monday Night Football. We've got Eagles at the Chargers. Gonna be a good one. We'll break it down in a moment. Before we do that, just want to take a moment. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube, X, TikTok. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons. Hit the follow button. Does help out a lot more than you know. But hell of a matchup we have here for us tonight. Eagles, Chargers, 1.5 point dogs at home here. 42.5 is the total. It's even on the money line as we speak. And the public has been kind of flip-flopping on this one for the day. You got 59% of the bets, 47% of the money coming in on the Eagles, with 41% of the bets, 53% of the money coming in on the Chargers. And I do got to say, the money, I'm not even worried about that, man. Let's just talk about the Eagles for a second. You know what I mean? The Eagles been killing me, dog. Back-to-back losses with, Chicago and Dallas, and then close games with Detroit and Green Bay, and then honestly a little too close for comfort against the New York Giants in their last 5. This Eagles team seems to be on a slippery slope, and we have heard about maybe some chemistry issues on the offensive side. A.J. Brown being very vocal about how unhappy he is, and he's been in that offense, and no one really giving a shit. At least he's keeping it in-house now more than anything, so shout out to him for doing that. But it's not just what's happening off the field, it's what's happening on the field as well. And honestly, I do feel the lack of chemistry, the dissension in ranks on the Philadelphia offense. However, in spite of all of that, the Eagles have continued to find ways to win football games. And at the end of the day, the scoreboard and the record is all that matters. And so if they can continue to push their differences aside in order for the greater good of trying to go back and win another Super Bowl, better on them. But then you get to the Los Angeles Chargers, another 8-4 team out here in the AFC West that, you know, they've been, I almost don't want to say they've been outperforming expectations, because I had high expectations coming into this season with the Chargers. Harbaugh's second year, have a great draft, good free agency. And look, they're reaping the benefits of what they do. They're 5-2 at home. I think that's something worth noting as well, just behind Denver right now in the AFC West standings. But let's talk about the big storyline, the return of running back Omarion Hampton for the Los Angeles Chargers. And yes, I do think we will see him have a big impact on his game. And I would be a little bit worried, and I'm not going to lie to you, I am a little bit worried that we are going to have almost a two-headed monster in the backfield here now with the Chargers, with Vidal the way he's been playing this season, stepping in for Hampton and all the injuries they've had at the running back room for the Chargers. And now Hampton getting back. We'll see if he's on any type of a snap count or anything like that. I haven't heard anything about that. McCormick, you got McConkey and A.J. Brown for an anytime touchdown. I'm going to add that to my card. I like that. Should I parlay that? Are we parlaying that, or are we straight betting those? Let me know, dog. But no, I do like the Chargers today, though. At the end of the day, I do like the Los Angeles Chargers today on the money line. I am taking the money line. I'm not going to mess around with any points. No worries to do that. The lights come on, the stars come out. I love it, McCormick. I love it. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this game. I think the Eagles are going to have a good chance. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. The under is looking appealing to me as well. But I am thinking about just live betting that one. Just live betting that one a little bit. All right, Ladd McConkey and A.J. Brown, anytime tutties. Let's roll, McCormick. Let's have ourselves a night, huh? Why not us, huh? Why not us? So I don't want that in there. Beautiful. Let's do it, McCormick. As we are awaiting kickoff, we got the national anthem rolling right now. Let me run you through my little same game parlay as well. I've got Chargers on the money line, obviously, a Marion Hampton for an anytime touchdown. Jalen Hurts for 200 plus passing yards. I do think Jalen Hurts is going to have himself a night. He's going to have to pass the ball. I think he's going to get behind early. And then also, a Marion Hampton, 50 plus rushing yards on this one. A nice little return for it. I'm excited about it. I'm a fan of that same gamer, and we're going to let it ride, baby. We're just going to let it ride. I'm excited. Get some live bets into. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I had a nice NFL Sunday. I accidentally had a nice NFL Sunday. Shout out to the Saints. Shout out to the Titans. Shout out to the Raiders. It's been nice. Jorge Luis, you got Barkley for an anytime tutty. Okay, I respect it. And I mean, will the Eagles use Barkley though? I feel like there's been too many stat lines that I've seen of Barkley where he's only ran the ball 3-4 times. And granted, he gets maybe 25, 50 yards off of it, off a big run, but they seem to go away from the run and like panic go away from the run. It doesn't make any sense to me. And again, maybe they can make that change and fix it against the Chargers, but I don't know, man. I don't know. And the Eagles always do this to us. Last year they did it in the beginning of the season because I don't know if you guys remember, but Sirianni was on the hot seat and getting fired in the middle of last season. And before the trade deadline, maybe we go ahead and cut our losses, get a new coach in here. And then he goes off and wins a Super Bowl. And don't get me wrong, that was not the most pretty Eagles team that we saw either. We were having a lot of the same conversations on the defensive and offensive side of the ball when it came to the Eagles last year, and had those same conversations going into the Super Bowl. And so, again, it's a very what have you done for me lately league. And yeah, the Philadelphia fans are going to let you know immediately if they don't like what you're doing. Don't get me wrong about that one, brother. But, man, the Eagles they're interesting, man. Jorge Luis, thank you for the follow, brother. I appreciate you, dog. But, man, the Eagles, yeah, that's where I'm at with the Eagles. The Chargers, though, sky's the limit, man. Harbaugh's got these guys going. Justin Herbert looks incredible. They're getting Hampton back tonight. I like the way the defense has been rolling. I think it's going to be good. All right, what do you got, McCormick? McConkey, anytime tutty. Brown, anytime tutty. Allen for 25-plus receiving yards. Gadsden for 40 receiving yards. Smith, 40. And Bolts. Oh, you took an alternate line. Bolts, 2.5. I like it, brother. Oh, go ahead and cash 7K today. Just might as well. Have yourself a day, bro. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. And while we are just a couple of moments away from kickoff, do you just want to say one more time, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube, X, TikTok. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit that like button. Hit the follow button. It does help out a lot more than you know. Gage, Tiggin, Barkley, and Hampton. I like it. Colts winning the Super Bowl, yeah, with the return of Phillip Rivers. I'm so ready for it, dog. I'm so ready for it. And such bad luck by the Colts. Not only does Daniel Jones go out, then Riley Leonard has a knee injury. You're not sure if he's going. Grandpa Phil, dude, he's still got like a newborn. He ain't a grandpa. He is still a grandpa, but he's also still a dad, I believe, like a young kid. 27 combined from Hurts and McConkey. Think I got it. We'll see how Hurts is going to end up today and what that offense decides to do for the Eagles. He does have grandkids now, but doesn't he still have like a newborn, bro? Like, I feel like he's got like a newborn still, or like a toddler. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with his family tree because it's pretty big. All right, we'll get our first look at Jalen Hurts in this Eagles offense. And, another thing on the Eagles, they're not a fun team to watch. And I think everyone will admit that they're not a fun team to watch, even in their wins. Like, yeah, they'll have a couple of nice big, gap plays and everything like that. But you're not, this is a boring ass team to watch. And Jalen Hurts is going to go ahead and start in the shotgun. Offense spread. We'll get Barkley motioning in the backfield. Jalen Hurts surveying, not finding anything. Has a lot of time. Bombs one downfield. And in and out of the hands of A.J. Brown. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. But, hey, I like it. This is an offense that seems to start off slow. Let's go ahead and try to get something deep downfield. Open it up a little bit. And, ball just barely out of the hands of Brown. It was right there. Ooh, and Jalen Hurts knew he should have had it. Oh, McCormick, I'm sorry, but that happens, what, once every 2 seasons? He hasn't done it this season. He hasn't done anything that great this season. Maddenker strikes again with Barkley. Go ahead and hand it off to Barkley, and he will go ahead and maybe they'll be generous and give him a yard. 3rd and 9 coming up. And, that's what's always fascinating about the Eagles to me. They're very dangerous, when they can get into those 3rd and short, 2nd and short, 4th and shorts. But yeah, then again, I guess every possession, it could be a 4-down possession for the Eagles, which is nice for them too. Kevin Patullo, talk about a name that I have heard more Philadelphia fans want run out of town. More than anyone I've ever heard in a while, honestly. Hurts in the gun. Chargers look like they're bringing some heat. Oh, they'll only bring 4. They'll drop back into coverage, and the Eagles will go ahead and convert. Goddard with that reception. 1st and 10 coming up. Dallas Goedert also just been kind of a unsung hero in this Eagles offense. Not a name that you talk about a lot when you talk about the Eagles and everything, but bro has just been solid. Bro has just been solid all season, and he's always played solid for them Eagles. Yeah, Packers did have a good win yesterday over the Bears. That was a good game. Bengals Bills delivered yesterday. I mean, I know the Bengals are now done and there's no shot, but that was a hell of a game out of them. We get a good snow game on a Sunday. I'm all about it. All right, Hurts back in the gun. Barkley in the backfield with him. 2nd and 8. Hurts gets it out to Jahan Dotson. 3rd down and short coming up. Oh, do we get to see our first tush push of the night? Is it that time of the day? Do we get to see our first tush push of the night? Let's see what happens. 3rd and 4. I'm sorry. Too far. Too far for the push. Oh, dude, we all want another Jameis Winston snow globe game. We just want more Jameis Winston. I don't know about you. All right, Hurts in the gun, empty. Drops back. Chargers only bringing 4. Pocket collapses. Hurts goes down. Down goes Hurts. First sack of the night for the Chargers. Going to be 4th and very long coming up for the Eagles, and we'll see the first punt of the game. And I mean, just great continued pressure on that O-line. And it just was too much. Beat Mulata on the outside. Pick up that sack. Jalen Hurts didn't see it coming. Brady Mann with the punt. And it's away clean. Bombing punt. And it will go into the back of the end zone. We will be getting a touchback for the Chargers' first possession as we get our first look at Justin Herbert and them boys. Justin Herbert, just that's the quarterback. That's a kind of guy that, here's a guy that, no, he's, the typical quarterback. You go ahead and build someone in Madden, you're going to build a quarterback very similar to that, if not exactly like that. And then you also, take into account the fact that he's a very reserved person. He's likes to keep to himself, isn't going to do any stupid shit on social media or out in public or anything like that. That's what you want in a franchise guy, and he just goes out there and balls. Just goes out there, balls, and has a great time. I'm a big Justin Herbert guy. And, I know Harbaugh likes to run the ball a lot. So how about this, Harbaugh? I will start the conversation. You can have Kyler Murray, and we'll take Justin Herbert. I think that's a fair trade. You like to run the ball. Kyler Murray likes to run the ball more than he likes to throw the ball. We know that. You'll have a special type of Wildcat offense out there in LA. I think that's something you got to consider if you're Harbaugh. Yeah, Kyler Murray, them not reopening that practice window. Not shocking by any means necessary. But, I mean, I'm interested to see where he's going to go. I'm very interested. I've seen a couple edits of him in Vikings gear. I don't know. I think they're going to try the J.J. McCarthy experiment one more time unless they pick him up as as a backup, as another quarterback in the room. But to be completely honest, I don't think that's the kind of quarterback you want in a room if you're, trying to get a rookie going. 9. Yeah, 9 actually played a game yesterday. Oh, wow. All right. Anyway. What about Big Shador? Hey, he had a nice game too. I believe there's a story, an old fable about a blind squirrel and a nut. I'm not going to read that much into it yet. I want to see more games. Nothing but respect for Shador though, and the fact that he, like, with everything that's happened, he's been able to keep his head down and prepare, and that it's shown. It is shown. He looks like, I will give him credit where credit's due. Looks like a different quarterback than what he was in college. And, he hasn't had that many starts under his belt, but he has been working. He's been practicing. I'm about it. I'm with you there, Casey. All right, Herbert and the boys, 1st and 10. Go ahead and get Vidal up the gut for a little. 2nd and 7 coming up. But I don't know. Like, you watch Cam Ward's tape. I'm hype on Cam Ward. I think they find some receivers that can actually catch footballs and an O-line that can stop a gust of wind. Then again, I guess I could say that about a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, but what you going to do? There we go. All right, Herbert drops back. We're going to see a first pass of the night, in and out of the hands of Quentin Johnson. No good there. 3rd and 7 coming up. Let's see what the Chargers decide to do here. Shocked we didn't see, a little bit more running there first, early. But hey, let's go ahead, try to get the ball in Herbert's hands. Dangerous things can happen when you let him throw. All right, 3rd and 7. Herbert in the gun. Vidal in the backfield with him. Get a motion going. Eagles bring 4. Pocket breaks down, but he steps up, gets the ball off to Vidal, and Vidal is off to the races, keeping it going. Oh, my goodness. Pushed out at around the 20 or the 18. But the Chargers, off an explosive, play that looked blown up. Great coverage downfield from the Eagles. A pocket that was collapsing, but Herbert keeping his eyes downfield, stepping up. And getting that one off to Vidal. And then Vidal's just in the open field. Miss a tackle. That is a nice way for them to get going. Ooh, got Gadsden or Allen for the TD. I like it. All right, Herbert under center. Get the pitch off. Hampton getting the first down and a little more. Not much more, but a little bit more. 1st and goal coming up for the Chargers as they are just cranking it downfield. Keeping it moving. Good momentum. Not taking the foot off the gas. Let's see what they can dial up here in the red zone. 1st and goal on the 6. And it's a long play call. Hampton in the backfield. Lined up tight. Herbert under center. Get a motion. Get the ball to Hampton. Hampton up the gut. Pick up about 4 off that one. But tonight I'm going there. Oh, did I not do that? Oops. All right. Herbert in the gun. 2nd and goal. Some movement on the Eagles front line. They're getting ready. Looks like they're bringing some heat. They're bringing the blitz. Get a little swing pass out there. Welcome back, O'Marion Hampton. As the Chargers go ahead and get that going. Adam, brother, I'm sorry. I cannot. I do not have my computer and stuff set up that way. I do apologize, brother. But hey, Chargers come out here early, take a lead early. Hampton with some good runs in there. Vidal really opening it up on that 3rd and 7. Extra point, good operation, up and good. Chargers take a 7-0 lead. Start us early. Modern day Aztec Indian. Thank you for the follow, brother. How you doing, dog? But yeah, hey, and the line is a moving. Chargers up to 4.5-point favorites right now. 45.5 is the total. A Marion Hampton with the first touchdown of the night. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. But man, I mean, Eagles defense, not a lot you can do there. I mean, they were running the ball up the gut enough. You call for the blitz and then they just swing it outside. I mean, happens to the best of us, happens to the worst of us. But again, the Chargers being able to keep the Eagles kind of on their heels on defense early here. If they can keep that going, the Eagles are going to have a rough day ahead. Rough day ahead. While we're in commercial break, though, do you want to take another moment? Shout out to everyone watching here on Rumble, over on YouTube, X, TikTok. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help out a lot more than you know. All right, see what the Eagles can do to respond here. Not going to lie, I don't know if I'm all that optimistic. I mean, the offense in the first, like on that first drive, just kind of dragged, man. Just kind of dragged, and that's how this offense has been. And now that Chargers are up, I mean, it's only the first quarter, 8:49 left to go in the first, so back's not up against the wall yet. Don't need to start bombing it downfield, but I do see them trying to take some more risk. Where's Saquon been? Yeah, he was in the backfield. He was ready for it, but never came to fruition. So we'll see if Saquon can get any more touches tonight. Again, I know it's only the first quarter, but shit. 2 carries, 4 yards. I mean, you got to get Saquon going. You get Saquon going, that offense is going to go. They should know this by now. But we'll see. As Khalil Mack doing some good with the children in the hospital. Shout out Khalil Mack. Bolts up. All right. Let's see what this Eagles offense is going to bring to us here as we await the kick. Ooh, and opening it up with a touchback. Not the way you want to start that. Oof. Ball going out to the 35. Eagles going to be in rather solid territory to get started here. And wow, they are showing the offensive ranks year over year. And let me tell you, it's not looking good for them Eagles. Thus, the booze being justified on Thanksgiving, in my opinion. Gotta love Eagles fans. All right. Let's see what the Eagles can come up with here. 1st and 10 on the 35. All right, they're going Barkley in the back. Hurts is under center. Get a motion going. Get the ball to Barkley. Barkley finds a hole. Gets the first down. Trying to get a block for a little bit more. We'll get about another 5 off of it. There we go. Nice run there. Taking it across the 50. Giving the Eagles a nice opportunity here. Hey, Jason. What's up? What's good, Tower? Hey, Pack had a good game last night, bub. Pack had a good game. The Bears were exposed last night. It was bound to happen eventually. I was just waiting for it. More importantly, Caleb Williams got exposed. He's clearly not the answer. All right, 1st and 10. Going to go ahead and hand it off to Barkley again. Going left, another hole opens up. Another first down for Barkley. And, you know, hey, we literally were just talking about this. What do the Eagles need to do? They need to give Saquon Barkley the ball more. Good things happen when Saquon Barkley has the ball in his hands. You let the O-line do their job? Yeah, there we go. Another 1st and 10 here for the Eagles as they look to start threatening. Need Barkley. Hey, they're getting started early. Jalen Hurts dropped back, but had, there's a defender, edge rusher left open. So he'll scramble for 2 yards, but we do have a flag on the play. I'm expecting some offensive holding coming up. Yep. Scott Novak with the first flag of the day. They will get the Eagles for that offensive holding. And, you know, you see a flag fly pretty close to, you know, when the quarterback starts leaving the pocket. Yeah, it's usually coming back that way. And there it is. Yeah, that was pretty egregious, too. All right, well, let's hope this doesn't stall out the Eagles' drive. 1st and 20 coming up now for them Eagles. Honestly, I'd give the ball to Saquon here. Hurts, play action, drops back, downfield, launches one to the end zone, and no. Intended for Devontae Smith, but just a little too much gas on that one. 2nd and 20 coming up. And I don't hate it. I don't hate the play call there. You know, you're down deep. You got to get 20 yards anyway. You might as well just take a shot. And tried leading Smith, but had some good coverage over top. 2nd and 20. Very long field goal if it does come down to that. Jalen Hurts in the gun. Barkley with him. Go ahead and hand it off. Get upfield. Turn it around. Pick up a nice chunk there by Barkley. Still got some distance. 3rd and 12 coming up. And again, why didn't they just do that the first 2 downs and just let Saquon take over this game? You know, I don't get why teams don't do that anymore. Like, oh, this is working. We're going to keep doing this until you can stop this. When you stop this, we might try to do something else, but we're probably going to go back to what's been working. 3rd and 12. Hurts in the gun. Get the ball out to the safety net, Goddard, for another first down. When in doubt, throw the ball to Goddard. He'll be there somewhere. Yeah, he's had a hell of a season. He's going to continue to have a hell of a season. And I'm going to continue to have another hell of a season. Yeah, just right up the middle. Goddard's there. Good depth on that route. Great ball by Hurts. As Hurts will motion Barkley into the backfield with him in shotgun. Motion him to the other side. Design quarterback run. Jalen Hurts trying to find a hole, but he'll just go ahead and fall down right behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11 coming up. And that was a blown play from the get-go. I mean, I don't know if the O-line just wasn't ready for the Chargers bull rush there, but that O-line got blown up pretty quick. Second and 11. See what the Eagles can dial up here. Hurts in the gun. No one else with him. He's empty. Motion trips right. Pocket collapsing again. Jalen Hurts scrambling. He'll try to run for it. He'll get about 2 yards on it. But man, that Eagles O-line has not been able to provide Jalen Hurts any time to let these plays develop. He's had to get out of that pocket so freaking quick. And I mean, and that's even with, Barkley, running all over them. But I mean, the Eagles, they get into that deep territory and they just kind of abandon. All right, let's see. 39. Hurts in the gun, drops back. Little bubble route that'll lead to absolutely nothing to Devontae Smith. 4th down coming up for the Eagles. 4th and 8. Probably too far to go for it. We'll see if we get the field goal unit out. Whew. Great coverage all game so far by the Chargers in the first quarter here. Great coverage downfield, great coverage. The D-line doing their job and winning in the trenches. Field goal is up and good. Deficit cut down to 4. Chargers still up 7-3 with 3:22 left to go here in the first quarter. And, it feels like we've seen so many more of those drives end up like that with the Eagles. They look like they're getting some steam, look like they're getting some momentum, and then, the drive just kind of shits out. And it seemed like it was going to crap out when they got that holding call and it was 1st and 20 and everything, and they couldn't get anything going. But then Dallas Goedert there with the 3rd down conversion, very nice for them. But, man, I don't know. Chargers still 3.5-point favorites. Minus 200 on the money line. Not too shabby. While we're in commercial break, I'm going to step away from a moment. Thank you all again for listening and watching. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube, X, TikTok. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit that like button. Hit the follow button. It does help out a lot more than you know. I'm the Brofect One, AJ. I'll be right back. And we're back. With the kickoff, it's returnable. Oh, almost cut loose there. It'll get brought back to the 35. 1st and 10 coming up for the Chargers. And hey, see if the Chargers are able to keep the momentum going from that last drive. Defense able to stand up and do them a favor. Holding the Eagles to 3. Let's keep it moving. First and 10. Herbert under center. Hampton in the backfield. Ooh, play action to start. Pocket breaks down. He still gets the ball off. To Hampton up the middle. That'll be good for about 6 or 7. 2nd and 3 coming up. And that's what you wanted. Hey, I mean, and that's how good Justin Herbert is. You know, he's getting dragged down to the ground by one arm and still able to get a solid ball off to Hampton. Very, very nice. All right, Herbert under the gun, weak eye. That one we will get a handoff, but the Eagles say, no, no, no. How about 3rd and 7? As Hampton taken down for a loss there. Yeah, Eagles just able to break through the O-line there and knock it down. Keep it moving. All right, Herbert in the gun. Get a motion. Eagles in man. Hampton. Oh, we got a flag to shut it down. Looks like we might be getting a false start on the Chargers, and we will be. 3rd and 12 now for the Chargers. It's getting long here. Need something to close this gap up a little bit. As the cameraman is just showing how many Eagles fans there are there. My goodness. A lot of them went to LA. All right. Herbert in the gun. 3rd and 12. We will get a free play here for Herbert. Downfield. Intercepted. But it's all going to be for nothing as Herbert did get the Eagles D-line, to jump. So it was a free play. Or at least it should have been. Yep. So we'll try 3rd and 7 again. Nice little change of events there for the Chargers. And I mean, Herbert was trying to put that in a window. I think he knew that, but him knowing, hey, I got a free play. Let me try this. Don't blame him for it. 3rd and 7. Herbert in the gun. Time going down on the play clock. He'll get it off. Ooh, and Herbert. They're going to blow the play dead. All right. Looked like Herbert got sacked there. He tried to get rid of it at the last second. And then, 4th and 7. Going to see the punt team out here. TS Red 1. Who do I think is going to win? I think the Chargers got it. I think the Chargers are going to take this one. We'll have to wait and see. Not a fan of how that drive turned out for him, if we're going to be honest. I mean, Herbert's not down. It was a pass, but then you could be talking about intentional grounding, but we'll just get the punt off instead. Nice punt, deep pump. Going to get fair caught at about the 10. 1st and 10 coming up for Philly on their own 10. Let's see if the Chargers defense can return the favor here and get a 3 and out against this Eagles offense that just, again, stalled out there in their second drive. Really looked like they had something on, and I would love for them to just go back to running the football. Let's get Saquon some love. TS Red, thank you for the follow, brother. Appreciate you. But let's get Saquon the ball. Let's let him run it up the gut. Let's let him run it right. Let's let him run it left. Shit, let him run it wherever the hell he wants to run it. Give Saquon the football, and good things are going to happen. And then you get the play action going. A.J. Brown can be happy. Devontae Smith can be happy. But then you got to trust Jalen Hurts to throw the football. I know, that's scary. I get it. But hey, what other option do you have right now? You're not the Colts calling up Phillip Rivers. Be thankful for that at least. As we are in commercial break here, did the line move at all there? All right, Chargers down to 2.5-point favorites, minus 155 on the money line. That's starting to get juicy enough. I might bite again. Might start taking some more action on the Chargers. Because, I mean, the same gamer is looking pretty solid right now. Need to get Hampton some more running yards, but I like it. I like it. Well, we're in commercial break, though. Let me take another moment. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube X, TikTok. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons. Hit the follow buttons. Does help out a lot more than you know. So we have 1:10 left to go in the first here. 3-7 Chargers with the early lead. And then been kind of a stalemate. Eagles, it's a great day to be a Cowboy. Hey, them boys ain't doing too bad. Excuse me as I choke on air. Hey, them boys playing pretty good. Them boys playing pretty good. I hate that I'm saying that, but gotta give flowers where flowers are due. Them boys are playing good. Eagles, not so much. Not so much. Let me tell you, he's playing real bad, though. Them Cardinals. Holy shit. Holy shit. I saw a tweet, and it was like, you got to be sick in the head. It was from a Cardinals fan. It was like, you got to be sick in the head to take the Rams plus 9.5 in Arizona. And I was like, yep. Go ahead and sign me up. Am I an Eagles fan? No, I'm a Cardinals fan. Yes. Shout out to them boys for taking one of the few L's that we've given out this season. That was kind of embarrassing for the Cowboys. You should be embarrassed by that. Then again, I got nothing else. Anyway. 2nd and 11. That play didn't work out too well for the Eagles. Looked like they were trying to run the ball. And the Chargers said, not today. Not right now. True, it was before the trade deadline. But I don't think we had like a running back at the time. I think I don't even know. We're so injured. I don't even know who's on the team anymore. Just filled with IR spots. Just like the Arizona Diamondbacks. Anyway, I'm going to stop bitching about Arizona sports. 2nd and 11. Jalen Hurts in the gun. Chargers bring 4. Get the ball out to Devontae for about maybe 6 yards. Going to be 3rd and a bit coming up. Third and 5 is how they're going to mark it. And nope, they'll just take it to the end of the quarter. Heart hand emoji. Thank you for the follow, brother. Appreciate you. That's 1,000. Thanks. Appreciate it, dog. But man, first quarter of football is in the books. Chargers up 7-3 going into the second. 3rd and 5 going to be coming with the Eagles at the start of the second. And I got to tell you, it ain't looking good to the Eagles. And I guess I could say it's looking like every Eagles game that we've pretty much seen so far this season. You know what I mean? It feels like, okay, we've been here before, seen that before. Is their defense suddenly going to turn it on from here on out, and the Chargers just aren't going to score any more points, and the Eagles are going to field goal them to death? Or, are the Chargers going to be able to, get the defense to get a 3-and-out here, get the ball back for Justin Herbert and the offense in fairly good position if they can hold this 3-and-out here on Philly's 15? I mean, it could be good stuff. Could be good stuff for the Chargers, but we'll have to wait and see as we are in another commercial break here. Line is still at 2.5, but Chargers, you got to pay that juice minus the 125 for that. Wild stuff. The But while we're in a long commercial break, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube, X, TikTok. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help out a lot more than you know. But man, I mean, Chargers, I think the Chargers just need to kind of figure out what's going to work for them. And, you know, that first, what was that? The first drive? Yeah, their first drive they had, I think what really worked for them was, you know, they kind of played, you know, traditional football. They went ahead and they were like, okay, we're going to establish the run. Then we're going to get the play action and pass the ball. And then we're going to go back to the run. And then O'Marion Hampton and then Vidal. And granted, they were able to break off some good runs there and be just solid guys, you know, just football players and making good decisions and good routes. But need to see a little bit more of that. Need to see a little bit more of that. Keep the Eagles defense on their heels. Can't let them get too comfortable, or else they're just going to start wrecking your shit. And if we're the Chargers, we don't want that, you know? But yeah, that is where we're at. And here we go, back from commercial. Let's get it rolling. Justin Herbert, 3 for 5 with 71 yards. Jalen Hurts, 5 for 7 with not nearly as many. UGA wins the Natty. Who else has a mixed chance? Honest answer is only Ohio State and Indiana. Bo Calhoun. Oh, and Jalen Hurts overthrows a receiver, goes ahead and gets picked off. And that pick will be taken to about the Eagles 20. Chargers going to be starting off this next drive in the red zone. Was it an interception, though? No, that clearly touches the ground. Right? Or is that all hands? No, that is all ground. That will not be an interception. It will be an incomplete pass. Jalen Hurts will get another shot at that. Whoo! Bailed out there. Kayla S., thank you for the follow, brother. Appreciate you. Hey, thank you for all the likes. I appreciate y'all. Hope you're all having a good night, enjoying some Monday Night Football. Appreciate y'all chilling, talking sports, talking football. It's a beautiful time of the year. It's Christmas time. It's college football playoff time. All right, 4th down coming up for the Eagles here. And I mean, honestly, like that was a bad little decision there by Jalen Hurts. Just not a good ball in general. Really tried to, I don't know, force it in there, just get it over the top, but that thing just sailed. December football. Yeah, you know, McCormick. You know what I'm talking about, baby. You know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Punt gets off clean. Still a good one. Room to return. Ooh, not a lot. Oh, he'll cut back. Got to move forward. You got to start moving forward, and he will not. Ball is out, though. Oh, that is a disaster there. That is a disaster for Charger special teams. Fielded it at about the 30, gets caught up in a tackle trying to break it, and then cuts back, and he'll get downed at the 22. He was down before the ball came loose, so it will not be a fumble. But Saquon up the middle. Jose the car plug. I'm telling you, brother, I've been preaching that all night. That is all they need to do. That is all they need to do tonight. And the Eagles will win. But they have not done that. And I don't know if they're going to change up the game plan to do that. I don't know if I believe in them. I just don't know. But what you going to do, brother? Yeah, still just a brutal special teams there. All right, commercial break again. They're really starting to pump these ones out, man. I feel like some Monday night games I watch and it's just like, okay, cool. It's been just a lot of football, but This week they're like, no. Oh, should I switch over to the Monster Fun Day football? Oh, Lord. I mean, it's cool. It's cool that they can do it like this. Good for the kids. Get the kids into football. But it's like just watching a bunch of little bobbleheads. Spencer, I could not agree with you more. He is playing like ass. He has been ass all season. I don't know if he can unass himself. All right. As we are waiting for this commercial break to be over, my goodness. Let's see what the Chargers can do. This new Avatar movie does look sick, though, I will say. It looks pretty sweet. No fan of the Avatar movies. Fire and Ash. That looks sick. Anyway. Let's get to it. Justin Herbert going to be under center. Amari and Hampton in the backfield. 1st and 10. Get a motion. Get a pitch to Hampton. He'll find a hole. Getting outside for the first down. Pick up an extra 4 on it, too. Amari and Hampton just grinding away, baby. He is glad to be back. On the broadcast, seems like they're talking about Justin Herbert's hand that he had surgery on. Non-throwing hand, but still, that's got to hurt. Got to hurt like a bitch. All right, I formation. Get another pitch off to Hampton on the outside. And the Eagles will close off that edge, but we will get a flag in the backfield. Offensive holding, going to bring back another 5. Oh, excuse me, another 10. Misspoke. First and 20 coming up for the Chargers. Let's see what they're able to do. Herbert drops back in the gun. Pocket collapses. He's going to scramble. He's going to run for it. Pick up maybe 7 on it. Not bad. I'll pick up 5, excuse me. 2nd and 15 coming up for the Chargers. See if they can stretch it downfield a little bit to McConkey here, maybe. Haven't called his name in a while. All right, Herbert in the gun. Drops back. Scrambles. Looks for something. Downfield. No good. 3rd and 15. Whew, Eagles defense starting to put on a show. Just good coverage downfield, starting to break down that O-line. All right, 3rd and 15. Herbert drops back. Oh, he is scrambling, finding something. Looks downfield, and that will be batted away by Cooper DeJean. 4th and 15, going to be seeing the punt squad come out here for the Chargers. Whew. And it seems like we are at a stalemate, tied 7-3. 12:55 left to go here in the second. Trading a couple of quick drives there by both offenses. Yeah, Herbert just got him that ball a little too slow. Just a little bit slow. Got a future on Hampton for offensive rookie. I love it, McCormick. You like for the CFP? Bro, I still like Ohio State. I think Georgia's going to be solid. I think A&M's got an argument, but I think it's going to be a very top 4 heavy, you know? Oh, yeah, DeJean is him. Half of the exciting whites. He's an absolute dog. Although I guess the new exciting whites would be Jackson Dart and Cam Skattebo, right? Those are the new exciting whites. I don't know. Listen, I have nothing but respect for Cam Skattebo. Just absolutely living his best life right now. I mean, I don't know why, but I saw him playing a clip of him playing MLB The Show. And I'm not a big, I'm not a big gamer, but I game a little bit, mostly sports games, but I hate The Show. I don't like the mechanics or anything like that. It's not my game. And I love baseball. But Cam Skattebo playing MLB The Show almost made me want to play MLB The Show again. What a guy. You know, he's the kind of guy. That's the kind of guy where you want to have a couple of beers, and then he's that buddy in the group where you can kind of like instigate him a little bit, or be like, dude, yeah, we know you can't put your head through that wall. Dude, it's okay. You don't need to prove it. We know you can't put your head through that wall. Okay, fine. You can go ahead and try to put your head through that wall. I feel like that's how Skattebo would be. Dude, yeah, the Giants, I really wish they would have kept Daboll, though. I'm not going to lie. I wish they would have kept Daboll. I mean, Daboll looked so happy when he realized that, holy shit, Jackson Dart can be a quarterback. Like, he looked genuinely happy. And that was the first time I've seen a Giants head coach genuinely happy besides winning a Super Bowl. Yeah, I agree with McCormick. They got that grit, got that fight. They're going to be dangerous next year. As long as Cam Skattebo and Jackson Dart can stay healthy. Malik Neighbors, I'm not as worried about keeping healthy. He'll be able to stay healthy. But Cam Skattebo and Jackson Dart definitely concern me on the whether you can stay healthy or not trend. But hey, that's why we love them. Alrighty, another long-ass commercial break here. All I need. Alrighty, there we go. Not a bad return and not a bad start for the Chargers defense there. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Eagles. And, I understand. I guess I can get to it, like why the Eagles don't want to run Barkley so much, because defenses just expect you to run Barkley all the time. But still, if it works, it works. They just got to get more creative with it, I guess. Try a jet sweep every once in a while. It never hurt anybody. 2nd and 11. Hurts drops back. Free defender knocks him loose. Incomplete pass, but we do have a flag in the secondary. See if we get a DPI on that. Oh, and Jalen Hurts got a little smirk. It looks like we might. Ooh. Illegal contact on the Chargers. I'm with you there, McCormick. They need to shut up. They're ridiculous. Yeah, illegal contact. You can't do that. All right. Hurts in the gun. 2 in the backfield with him. 1st and 10. on their own 30. Hurts making some adjustments at the line. Drops back. Oh, was that Shipley? Yeah, Will Shipley. A little out route there, a little arrow route for a couple of yards, 3 yards on it. Okay. That's the genius play they had drawn up. All right. And I mean, it was okay coverage. Hurts kind of led him a little bit more towards the sideline and in, so didn't get as many yards as he probably could have on that play. 2nd and 7. Jalen Hurts, play action, gets the ball to Goddard, who gets the first down and runs upfield for another 10. Almost gets it across the 50. Oh, McCormick, I could go on about my stories in Tuscaloosa. I've spent a couple weekends in there during football season. That was a time. That was a time in my life. I'm glad that time is over with. Let's leave it at that. 1st and 10. Eagles on the 49. Play action again. Hurts dropping back. Guns it. Up the middle, A.J. Brown with the reception. 1st and 10, and the Eagles offense is cooking, brother. All right, the only thing I will share, McCormick, about my time in Tuscaloosa was having this like legit moonshine for the first time as a West Coast kid. That was a fun night. As Saquon will get nowhere on that run. A.J. Brown, getting to call his name. I mean, I'm glad that he hasn't been as vocal about, just how unhappy he is, because, I mean, it's good diva wide receiver behavior. If you're going to be a good wide receiver in this league and a diva wide receiver, you got to have that kind of love for yourself, obviously. And I don't want a wide receiver who doesn't believe that every ball should be going to him because he's the best in the league. I want a wide receiver that delusional. As some more play action from the Eagles, it seems to be working. The pocket collapsing, though. Hurts scrambling. Going to be just short of the first down, but still pick up about 7. That's a good one, McCormick. That's a real good one. I'm going to save that one for later. Anyway. Yeah, great coverage. Again, Chargers just don't get enough love. I get it. They're a West Coast team, and like as West Coast gets. And I guess you're probably got more Rams fans down there than Chargers fans. But, 3rd and 2. Hurts dropping back again, and this one will get picked off good. Oh, and then it'll get punched out. Oh, and then Hurts will recover, and it gets punched out again. And after all of that, the Chargers will come away from it with the football. That ball was fumbled, and then recovered again. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What a wow. So picked off by a D lineman, get a big boy in there, and then it's peanut punched out. Jalen Hurts recovers it, punched out again by the Chargers, and then finally someone falls on it. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh, I'm fired up, McCormick. I'm fired up, bro. That was insane. I haven't seen some crazy fumble shit like that in a long time. That was solid, bro. That got the juices pumping, brother. That guy, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. That was exciting. And I mean, it's a 3-7 game. Like, I think that a good fumble recovery fumble is going to be, it's probably going to be some of the most excitement we get tonight. But again, the Eagles just play this boring ass football. Troy Dye credited with the fumble recovery. And yeah, the official description of the play, Jalen Hurts pass short middle, intercepted by hand at the Chargers 17. Hand to the Chargers 23. Oh, no, they changed it. Yeah, hand to the Chargers 23 for 6 yards. Will Shipley knocks it out. Recovered by Jalen Hurts at the Chargers 33. Hurts to the Chargers 45 for minus 12 yards. And then that's when Caldwell goes out and peanuts punches it. And then recovered by Dye. Chargers football at the 43. That was awesome. That was awesome. Fumbles and fumbles, flags and flags. Yeah, it's always the same old song and dance with them Eagles, isn't it? What you gonna do, brother? I mean, they did win a Super Bowl, you know? And then, wow. I don't know if you guys have like the NFL app on your phone or anything, NFL Plus, NFL Pro, or whatever the hell it's called. But they're usually like the last news alert I get when like there's breaking news or something. First, it usually comes from Twitter, and then ESPN, and then NFL Plus pushes something through. But now they have the bizarre play. They just go ahead and push that through right away. I'm just saying they need to have their priorities straight. That's just where I'm at. But impressive. That's going to be a hell of a replay. Now, my question is, does that make the not top 10 or the top 10? You know what I mean? So I guess it's a not top 10 for a lot of the people involved. I would put this on the not top 10 for the Chargers and the Eagles. Again, not as bad as the butt fumble and then later trying to beat up a man and then getting stabbed while you're drunk. Shout out Mark Sanchez. But still, that was a pretty bad play. They'll go ahead and give it to Vidal up the gut. 2nd and 2 coming up. That was insane. Oh, shit. Congratulations, McCormick. It's fucking awesome, dude. Way to be, dog. All right. 2nd and 2. Herbert in the gun. Let's see what they can do here. They'll flip it out. Ooh, and enough that will go nowhere. Nothing there. Try a little quick pass. Quick little bubble screen. Nothing there. 3rd and 2. Ooh, I love it, McCormick. I fucking love it, dude. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Hampton not being able to get it done there. Let's see what the Chargers can dial up here. 3rd and 2. Motion. Herbert, play action. Pockets collapsing. He'll drop back. Fires it downfield. Completed to Quentin Johnston. Oh, excuse me. No, that was Harris. I can't read, guys. I'm sorry. But, I mean, on the move across his body. Harris with the good hands there. I mean, what a ball there by Herbert. Great coverage by the Eagles. Not much you can do there. That's just a good football throw. Good ass football throw. Herbert hands it off. Hampton gets a couple on it. Oh, that was Vidal. I cannot read tonight. My goodness. Maybe I need glasses. I love it, McCormick. Colin, I'm sorry, brother. Dude, I would. I literally just don't have the setup for it. I'm sorry, brother. Herbert hands it off. Nothing good there. Yeah, you and me both, McCormick. You and me both. Ooh, 3rd and 4. As we have an injured Charger down. And it looks like we're going to go to commercial break here. Maybe? Maybe not. No? All black. See, give me the black one with the red interior. Or not red interior, but red trim on the interior. That's what I like. But nah, dude. Nah, dude. Give me a 61 Vet. That's my dream car. Like them classics. Or 75 Stang. I like the 75s. Oh, McCormick, that's dangerous, brother. Ooh. All right, well, hey guys, I gotta go sign off. Yeah. Gotta go deal with some house shit. But hey, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube, X, TikTok. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help out a lot more than you know. I gotta go be an adult. Have a great rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of this game. I, of course, have been the Brofict one, AJ. Good luck. God bless. I'll see you guys next time on Degenerate Takes.